What's up, guys? I'm Combat Craig, and this is the truth about the VA Caregiver Program. It's a miserable failure. As I'm not in the VA Caregiver Program myself, I am engaged with both the Veterans Health Administration and the Veterans Benefits Administration, and I'm no stranger to seeing incomplete medical records, outright lies in my VA medical records, VA employees covering their own asses, and VA employees completely disregarding positive medical evidence that supports our disabilities.
I think we are planning a summit in the month of April, so coming up obviously very soon, and we really want to get input. You know, our thought is we will need that help in co-creating the way forward and ensuring that we have it right. Because we recognize that, as Chairman suggested, that the original intent, the first regulation, we missed the mark on that.
And it's funny how they highlight the positive and then say, oh, we missed the mark. Like, what job where you missed the mark this bad, but millions of dollars? Oh, yeah, we missed the mark. And then on the other side, you got the Senate committee. They're playing politics, so that's going on. Oh, it was last administration, the current administration, all that bullshit's going on. That's why I say it doesn't matter who's in power. You know, Republicans, Democrats. The VA sucked since Bush, since I first got engaged with them. Doesn't matter. Every president after that, VA still sucks all the way. Always playing games, reducing, doing shit they shouldn't do. I can't believe the VA Caregiver Program is the way it is. What was amazing to me about this hearing is that both Congress and the Department of Veterans Affairs say they want to redo things. They want to redo. They want to get it right this time. They have zero remorse or interest in hearing from the witnesses that were right there in the hearing. Like, these witnesses, the advocates and the caregivers, they told them exactly what they need to do in order to fix the program. Gee, I wonder what we should do. We want to get it right this time. Sir, we want to get it right. Congress is going back to them. Yes, we want you to get it right. Why don't you fucking listen to the people that you brought into the hearing? They just told you how to fix it.
The other thing that I think misses the mark is in the development of these assessments, in their administration. These are 90-minute to 120-minute assessments where the veteran has to sit and list on multiple occasions all of the things he or she can no longer do. And then he has to sit there while the caregiver then recounts everything the veteran cannot do for himself or herself and everything that they then have to do as a result, either to provide the veteran or assistance or just do because the veteran is no longer able to do that. We've been told for the last several years, build up your veteran, focus on their independence, and then we have an exam that does nothing but tears them down. And as soon as you get them built back up, it's time for a quarterly assessment that goes over the same thing. No other disability program that you qualify for that you have to re-qualify for or have a check-in on such a frequent basis. And we're wondering why VA does that. And then we hear VA say that there's a lot of wraparound VA mental health services, but I don't see that in practice.
And if you're in the VA Caregiver Program and you've had any kind of experience, leave a comment below. Like I said, I'm not in it, but I've seen you guys talking about it. That's why I'm making this video. And the context of this video really opened my eyes about how fucked up this whole thing really is. The games we have to play to get the compensation that we have earned and deserve is mind-blowing. This is why I created my boot camp. Get in there, combatcraig.com. You need to understand how evil the VA really is if you want a fighting chance to win your VA claim. Links in the description. I left a link to the entire hearing in the description. I encourage you to listen to it. And you can also download the transcripts from the witnesses. Read this. Read what's going on with the VA Caregiver Program. They're about to fix things. One of the questions I remember was, are you going to have a comment period like what they're doing with mental health and tinnitus and all that kind of stuff? It's like, oh yeah, that might be a good idea. We might have some kind of networking brunch thing or something like that. They were planning on going ahead and fixing this without even having a comment period. So put pressure on your Congress. Put pressure on whoever you can. We need to make sure that they get this right and the VA Caregiver Program actually works. I also want to remind you, this isn't limited to the VA Caregiver Program. Listen to the VA employees say sorry out of one side of their head, and then they tout the overall success of the program. They brag about it. So they talk out of both sides of their head. They're VA employees. This is a systemic problem in the VA. They just could give two shits about us. They don't think they work for us. Check it out. I'm sorry, I get a little fired up. That happens. I get a little fired up every now and then. Fuck the VA. That's my mentality. And to all you VA lovers, this is not the channel for you. If you're a big VA fanboy, you should go over to the VA YouTube channel and go watch their propaganda. And, you know, that's not what this channel is all about. The VA's fucked. It needs to be dismantled, period. End of story. At the end of the video, Senator John Tester says that he's been on the Senate Veterans Affairs Committee for 15 years, and he's never heard testimony as gut-wrenching as he did in this committee hearing. I don't know what that means either, because John Tester was taking responsibility. Like, yeah, we're Congress. We take responsibility for this too, because we fucked it up. I don't see John Tester firing himself or giving himself a pay cut. So he's right. That's why I'm suspect. Congress and VA employees. Oh, we're doing such a bad job. All right, cool. How about a 25% pay cut across the board for all of us? Because we fucking failed. Oh, no. We're not going to do that. We're just going to do better. I think all VA employees and members of the Senate Veterans Affairs Committee are complicit, and they're all suspect at this point. Not one of them offered to resign or take a pay cut as a result of their miserable failures. That speaks volumes. Nobody got fired. Nobody got demoted. Let me jump in here real quick and tell you about my boot camp. If you want to learn more about the VA claims process, check out my boot camp. You can talk to me live. There's a link on the website and in the description, combatcraig.com. And also, if you need medical evidence like a nexus or documenting your symptoms properly, go to our website, combatcraig.com, and it says medteam/nexus letters. Click on that link, fill out the form. Boom, you're done.